Welcome to another video. And today's video is going to be something about me that I want to share with you. And it's pretty amazing because it's blowing my mind. And it's something great, but it's really rare. It really is like rare. Like about, let's say about 5 million people, only like 2 people could get it. And this happens whenever you have a traumatic brain injury. And I did. I had a really bad traumatic brain injury. I only had 8% function of my brain. And this happened in Iraq when I got hit with an IED and I was in coma and blind for 10 months. And the thing is, I could see, I could talk. I had to relearn how to do everything. So recently, I'm trying to enhance myself and doing a brand new cycle in the anabolic matrix, and I have included some nootropics. However, I've always wanted to see scientifically if I had some ADHD, anything, just to find out how and why and what's going on. So just today, about in like maybe 30 minutes ago, I'm sitting in front right here with a doctor, and we've been doing assessments for like maybe 2 weeks now. And he finally came up with the conclusion that I do have, in fact, ADHD. But this is amazing. This is what I love about it. Your life is going to be fixed. So if this is you, go get help. Go find a way. Go get a doctor that is skilled and he knows and he could actually figure out what's going on. Because if you are like me, that you want to know what's going on and why you have these abilities and stuff, you have to find out. So you're sure, you feel good. You're like, oh my God, I finally found what's going on. So this is what's up. So he did not only find me with ADHD, he found me ADD, ADHD, and it's combined. It's combined with something called inattentive. But you're only inattentive to a negative precursor. So this means you're only inattentive to precursors that are negative. So anything that is negative and that does not possess any development, you just completely get rid of. This is why maybe I've been so successful. Another thing he said, there is something called 7 geniuses. And there's 3 levels of the 7th syndrome. But in this case, he said, I am fascinated with your story, with everything that you have put, because what I am proposing is that there is actually 4th, actual 7th syndrome. And this one is amazing because he says this could be, in fact, the only genius level servant syndrome, which is, they put me into a test. It's called the Mensa test. And the Mensa test is basically to know how your IQ is going. Because they're going to prescribe you medication, but they got to know how your brain is functioning, why, certain things happen if you're falling asleep, if you're not, if you're really focused in something, if you're not. So in this case, for me, it's been a little bit complicated since the actual ID blast to actually feel concentrated in something, like devoting myself completely. So I'm always enhancing with nootropics. However, there's certain areas, and about maybe 10 of them in science, that something happened that my brain just completely just wired, and I just figure out like thousands of things. And I'm talking about like this guy over here, he developed a brand new form of physics. Now, I was like, why me? No, this can't be true. And so I did the test. Check this out. Let me just talk about this. I did the test. When I do the test, the IQ test, the results came back, and I was like, I was like, oh my God, no way. So it came back at 171 IG. That I'm talking about, like your IQ is 171. And this is the thing. The doctor's like, well, let me just explain something to you. Einstein, his IQ was 160. Elon Musk, right now living with us, he is 155. The thing here is, when I prescribe you Adderall, which he is going to do tomorrow, he says your IQ might be going up about 20 more points. And that would be like one of the highest ever recorded in history. Now, why me? I'm humbled. I'm like, no, I feel like, this is one of the most greatest crazy things that's ever happened that they told me, and I can't freaking believe it, man. But yes, I have done it, and so let me tell you guys. I don't want to expose the entire scenario about the physics, but I'm going to tell you what I named it. I named it metamorphic physics. However, you have mathematics, you got geometry, you got a bunch of things. So in science, they always study the brain. They never found the connector and the actual figure of numbering. So meaning there is always, it's like me telling you, hey, could you tell me how much is gravity for, this side of this? What is the area of this? Yeah, those are formulas given that you could find the actual value. But there was never a way to find the value for cell signaling. And I discovered the value. I had to call it, I like to say a lot this word, Celius. So I named this value celiums. And when I found it, I was just looking at a protocol that I was doing for a client, and it was a cancer protocol. And I was like, oh my God, it's like for healing, growth, lose weight, all this kind of stuff, but it had to all be together. So I'm calculating the time, and all of a sudden, boom, it just showed up in front of me. So I start calculating, everything makes sense. I start finding in DNA the sequences, the numbers, and I couldn't sleep for like 3 days. I just kept going straight, boom, 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 boom. And I just wrote the entire thing, and it came out perfectly. So what I did is I created a new form of physics, metamorphic physics. And what you do is basically know how to force heal a human. You know how to force growth on a human. And technically, Tony, Trevor, me, and a bunch of other gurus they were actually putting compounds together, and they know how they work. But I was doing something that always was the rule and regimen, and whenever I had a client, was actually time stamping a compound due to the fact of your blood type. So every time I did this, I saw that there was actually better results. And all of a sudden, boom, it just came to me. So the timing, I was able to find the parallel timing and negative time, positive time to bring the evolution. So what are we talking about, right? So evolution. We're talking about you actually have the ability to force heal yourself in just one day, or in any kind of area. So you guys know that I fell from 3 stories high, right? And I broke my spine, my C7, my T1, and I broke my tibia, and the tendon was like snapped in half. So guess what? I did the protocol. I did injection in the spine directly. I did injection directly to the tibia. And now I feel like I'm at 99%. Now, the doctor said it was gonna be 9 months. He said, you gotta be in bed rest for like 3 months. I was like, I don't even have 9 days. I need to be ready in like 7. So the doctor says something, but I know science says something else. And I believe in myself and what I know and how I actually put things in the table, and I show it with the results and the clients and everyone. And I said, no, I'm gonna cure myself, I'm gonna heal. And I force healed myself. And I actually, I have like almost 0, I don't know, it's like, it's supposed to be broke, but the x-ray is like crazy. But I feel great now. Now, it was a bad fall. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was gonna die. Hit my head here. You guys could see the other video, but the thing here is, going back, is that if you're having a problem with you're not able to focus, it's not a bad thing. Look at it positive. If you find what's going on and you can have a better life and actually grow from there, and maybe that's the problem. You've been trying to freaking have financial freedom, do certain things and make it somewhere, but there's always something that does not let you. It's the focus. Find someone to help you with focus. This means you have to be able to just eradicate any precursor that it's negative. That's what they said. And that's actually, a lot of people have that. Now, let me tell you about Servant. So Sevant, what they call it is a SEVANT. So they call this Sevant syndrome. They have 3 levels. They have like autism, people that only are skilled in like math, or some people are just skilled in like one area of like colors and like memorizing things. Well, in my case, I don't even fall in that category. He said it has to be in a brand new category because the IQ is so high that he said even with the problem focusing, you have a gift, which is you actually pick to not respond or to listen or to be inattentive to the negative precursors that don't possess development in your life. So that means you have the ability to use your brain to change things, and that means that you could also do it. That means if you have something crazy going on in your life, you could just abolish and be like, that's not gonna be something that's gonna like take me away from doing this. So it's like me, when I lost my first channel, I was crushed. I was like, oh my God. And then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna start over. Everybody, you know what? If I was gonna be doing this for the rest of my life, I would just continue doing it for the rest of my life. So why am I gonna be like negative? Last one, let's just do another one. Let's actually be more professional. That's what I did. So we're doing this. And now, thank you. My channel is monetized. So I'm gonna be giving back to you guys. I'm not lying. Like if you guys will see how much I'm gonna give back. And I am gonna post every video. Whenever I start making income from this, I am gonna be giving out a lot of money. I'm talking about a lot, because I am someone that I could live normal life. I don't have to be a millionaire. I don't have to be like if I could have financial freedom and help people, that's how I become rich, because I really want everyone to be happy. If you have something, a gift that people are giving to you, and you have a connection where you have one team and one fight, one spirit of love, why not use it? You don't have to be greedy. Dude, like these people put you in this place. If you're looking at this video and that's you, you're just like, no, it's only for me. No, you're wrong, man. You should also give back. There's people that need, man. There's people right now with frustration. They're, month to month paying bills. Help them, You guys are going to be seeing that, I promise. And thank you so much for the Instagram. I am so in shock with so much love. So yeah, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more from me, a lot of videos. Hey, man, I'm going to be talking about all their compounds. I'll be exposing a lot of compounds I was not supposed to reveal, but I finally could reveal them. So I am going to be sharing my love with you guys with that. So you learn how to actually properly heal yourself, how to actually create proper growth, how to actually create anything that you really want in life. We're talking about connecting your consciousness to the 7 levels and laws of consciousness that I created in my encyclopedia. So whenever that book comes out, hey, you're free to buy it. I mean, you could actually, it's so worth it. There's so many pages, so much things that you could learn. I'm going to expose every single thing that I've ever created in that book. Every article, every single protocol ever created. Anything, everything in bodybuilding, everything that every coach is like, don't say that, man, dude, because we're going to lose the money. Yeah, okay, man. Okay, well, guess what? Not everyone could pay you $1,000 for coaching. Not everyone could pay you $2,000 for coaching. Not everyone could do $1,500. Sell them the book for $200. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's affordable. And then you do it yourself. People are intelligent enough to follow things and listen to instructions. The same thing is gonna happen when you actually sell them an actual program. When you sell them a program, what happens? They follow it. You're right there with them, but they follow the program, right? So, guys, if you can't do that, wait for it. I will expose it. I will put it out. I have 2 encyclopedias. I got one that's called the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding and Modern Medicine with Coach Elias. And then the other one is going to be the Encyclopedia of Metamorphic Physics, Healing, Growth, and Fat Burning for all doctors in medicine. And then with Coach Elias. So something like that is going to be, but it's amazing because it's just a wonderful things. I got another book too that I'm going to be coming out with. It's already done. It's basically how to motivate people, and I'll have like certain rules and segments on how to probably motivate yourself, create self motivation and self improvement in some areas, and then I'll have an everyday motive and quote that's going to be practiced through meditation, and a skill that I am actually showing people how to do with my coaching development. And then the other book is going to be how to become wealthy millionaires in just 2 months, 3 months time. So these are things that I'm planning to do. They will happen, and I just feel so grateful today because this is so amazing. You know that we're talking about this condition that they just diagnosed is ADHD combined with ADD with the genius servant syndrome, unrecognized. So this means, yeah, I'm not autistic. I'm not, I'm actually I'm gifted in more than 4 areas, so I completely get off that train of the segment, but it's like more genius level, which I'm impressed that the actual IG test is that high. I had to take it 3 times. And every time it was like higher and higher, because one thing is when they give you something and you already know the answers, yeah, man, you could actually manipulate. So you're going to remember. So I'm retaining everything. That means if I just continue to take the test, it's just going to be even easier. So the thing is, muscle memory. Muscle memory exists, right? So my discovery is how to actually connect properly, but through consciousness. And you have to be able to remember some of the reels I said. You have to be able to evolve your consciousness. Think about this. Charles Darwin's, he exposed what? The theory of evolution, which is any mammal, any organism could have or dictate when to evolve, and it will evolve, and they actually go by whatever is in their surroundings. So in this case, my theory is you could evolve consciousness with using everything that you have anywhere around you. So either you pick to be synced and soaked in by the negative, or you pick to be synced by the positive and just be part of the positive. And then you evolve. That means you self yourself, you sit down and you actually comprehend what's going on and you meditate. And then you go through a process of meditation that leads to something that is amazing that I call rule of restriction. When you master rule of restriction, this means that you will actually be in touch to every single level of consciousness, meaning that you could self-connect that signal to different places in your body to improve or to make desire reality. What I'm talking about is, think about this. Oh, I want to be a movie star. Guess what? That's a desire. Well, now you could do that through consciousness. You could actually make that come true. I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I wanted to be ripped. I wanted to be recognized. I wanted to do things so people could see the talent, the things that were in my brain. That I was like, oh my God, I wish they knew this. But how am I going to talk to people? How are they going to listen if I'm fat? Impossible. You got to be representing. You got to look amazing. You got to have abs. You got to be, just presentable, be healthy. So I did it. And everything I did was through consciousness. I was always trying to manipulate my consciousness into making the desire a truth. If I did it, and most people do it without even noticing, I put it in words now in a book. So you could actually practice it. So this is what I did. And this is what you could do. You could even practice it at your home. Just try a rule of restriction, meditating, and then when you just restrict yourself from that, you're going to find by yourself the 7 laws that I created. And I'm telling you, this is something amazing for bodybuilding. This is something amazing for anything. If you want to burn fat, if you want to grow, if you want to force heal, you could force heal. So your mind is so powerful that right now the studies are like over the thousands and thousands. but not a lot of scientists or doctors want to touch it because the brain is something really hard to study. I am fascinated when we're talking about the heart or the brain. This is all me. I am like, I'll look at everything, the numbers, the DNA, the sequence, the signaling, and I find out everything I can. So I'm actually giving out to the community and exposing something brand new. And yes, I did get in contact with some scientists that are really nice people, and they actually, took the work and they looked at it and they said, wow, this could actually be shown to every doctor in the world. And they would actually use it to force heal humans with any medications right now. This is one of the most amazing discoveries in Earth. The thing is, it's something that it's pending patent because, in this earth, people steal the things. So I'm not going to put out the formula. But the thing here is that you could create something. You could find things. I still haven't discovered everything. One of my clients is really, really talented. He understands physics. He understands quantum, which is something that I love. And when we're trying to put quantum physics or physics into chemistry, biology, and atoms and cations and anions, and looking at the law of Octello, we had to figure out the pathway to enhance these routes. And I found one. So right now you have an atom, and they always say, oh, the law of Octello. Yeah, okay. Well, how about let's look at this compound at its negative. And now you have a parallel compound that no one ever knew existed, but it exists. The only way you have a value in Earth is if you have your past, your present, and a future, right? So given the fact that if you put a line, a straight line, and this over here is the 0, and over here you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's negative, and over here you count back all the way to the future, and it's always positive, you have a value. You have a value. All you need to do is look at the parallel timing. So you have another one down here, and you just switch over, and now you have a different force of energy. This force of energy is called signaling, and it comes in language form, and it comes from the cells. So the cells are communicating by language. I know it's crazy. I know it's a lot. It's not crazy. It's actually really amazing and fascinating. But if you're going to see it in the book, you're going to see it in the book. You're going to understand it, and you're going to look at things in a different way in life. And when you see it opens up this other capabilities, people are going to be understanding more how to manipulate their consciousness to focus on making their desires truth, reality. This is what I wanted every time of my life to express, and I finally found out the way. So given the fact that I am going to be prescribed Adderall and it's going to be legal, everything, I am 100% legal now, I feel amazing. TRT, Adderall, so it's just amazing. You could do a entire bodybuilding cycle, transform. Maybe you have to get, it's something else you do, but just portray that energy, be positive. You guys have no idea. This is one of the best videos that you could ever see right now, because what's going to be happening next is just out of this world. It's going to be, I know this, mark my words, this channel is going to be in the millions, it's going to just match my 2 Instagrams. If you guys are on my channel, and you haven't gone into my Instagram, please help me reach the million. Please help me reach the million. Because it's insane. I don't know. It's crazy. It's just so much joy, and oh my God, I'm gonna feel so great when I could share this with you guys and help so many people. My family in India, I love you guys. I love you guys. It's just, I am so overwhelmed with joy, and thank you everybody in the United States, everybody in the UK, everybody around the world globally. Thank you for all the love, all the support you've given me, even in Mexico, Colombia, Bogota, Peru, San Salvador, Uruguay, España. I'm talking about like worldwide. It's been something global, amazing. I really love you guys. Thank you so much. And if you're gonna take something about this video is, don't give up if you have something traumatic happen to you. Just look at the positives, because I know it was really hard to get where I'm at right now, because I thought it was hard. But once you put your brain into actually figuring out how to make it happen, you're gonna be even better. So if you have like a traumatic brain injury and it was terrible, look at me now. The doctors are like, oh my God, you're a polytraumatic patient. Your left side was completely dead. You like can't function. You had to relearn how to talk all 3 languages. Now you talk 4 languages. Now you're, the possibilities are crazy. Now, was I like this before? Yeah, I had it inside. I just didn't happen to open up what they call the third eye, or open up that level of intelligence, or that, when you see something like this happen, everybody tells you, but you don't believe it. You feel it's normal. But it really is something that is attributing to be something inspiring, beautiful, big, and everybody looks up to that. They want that. But I want to tell you that I'm not the only person or any of these people that actually do this. You have the potential to find that. So all you need to do is sit down, meditate, use your consciousness to find your desire, and just find out how to make it true. How you do this? You can use nootropics. You have to meditate. You have to go into rural restriction, but you absolutely have to find a way to get something that's going to make it happen and open that door. If you want that door open, do what I did. Go to the doctor, have your appointment done. I'm going to put down the description and the link of who you could actually go to, so they could actually check if you have ADHD or ADD or any condition related to the brain, or any syndrome. Syndromes are not bad. Not all syndromes are bad. Some of them are gifts. Some of them are just something someone named after a test. This is what it is. It really is. If I named a freaking, what do you call this? Let's just use this pen. If I named the pen syndrome, it would be, I could write down, look at how fast you become famous, bro. The pen syndrome. Oh, anybody that has a pen or multiple pens and they have 10 pens in their car, they always have a pen somewhere. Oh, this is the pen syndrome, and these people have a little bit of ADD, or they are really attentive. Now, I already have 3 side effects, and officially it's a brand new syndrome. You see what I mean? Not all of them are, some of them are factual truth. And it happens because science shows when you have an injury, there's evidence. If you have conclusive evidence, if you have real evidence that something happened to you, and then that something amazing is happening, then something happened that caused friction and signaling to create a language that's the actual form that I discovered, the language of communication with cells. Like you and me communicate, that's exactly how cells communicate, but they're in their own language that they evolve to actually do things. So one of them growth, one of them is healing, one of them is fat burn. And there's another one, through consciousness to create your desire and your reality. That is the truth. That's my 4 fundamentals and these 7 laws of consciousness. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you want more, let me know down in the description what other topics you want me to create for you guys. And again, I am back. So thank you guys, and I'm going to give back to every single one of you. This is Coach Elias from Enhanced Athletes, and soon you're going to be seeing a serious form of events happen, and it's going to be amazing. So thank you. Much love. Thanks.